PHP runner, like a bridge, silent architect, building up the future where the code once wrecked. A painter with no brush, yet it paints with ease. A symphony of data, flowing like the breeze. The canvas is bare, but it calls your name. Come and create, you're not the same. No need to fight, no tangled threads. Just weave the web where logic treads. A click of choice, now take your stand. Dynamic pages at your command. Databases dance and forms take flight. PHP Runner guides you to the light. From grids to charts, from lists to views, turns the complex into simple cues. No more struggle with code, so rare, invisible now, but everywhere. For the dreamer, the artist, the coder too, PHP Runner whispers, your vision's true. No more wrestling with the syntax maze, just create and let the platform blaze. Or click a choice, now take your stand. Dynamic pages at your command. Databases dance and forms take flight. PHP Runner guides you to the light. For the novice or expert to see, a world of apps is now set free. A tool of magic, simplicity crowned, where beauty and data are found. For the novice or expert you'll see, a world of apps is now set free. A tool of magic, simplicity crowned, where beauty and data are found. Click a choice, now take your stand. Dynamic pages at your command. Databases dance and forms take flight. PHP Runner guides you to the light. Yeah, PHP Runner guides you to the light. In a world where your dreams take flight. Yeah. In a world where your dreams take flight.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to this live stream number 10. I think it's number 10. Welcome. PHP Runner, I'm here to quickly share with you how to copy a folder on its and its contents to a new folder on a live server. Now hopefully you can hear me and see the screen, but okay, because I will only be able to see what it was like afterwards. So I know I don't see anybody in the chat at the moment. That's my technical issue. Remember, I don't know if how many of you saw the post that I actually posted and said I'm going to be offline for a while because I'm trying to figure out why the quality was. I'm not happy. Was not happy with the quality. But anyway, I made some changes and hopefully let's see how it goes this time. But first things first. Before we continue any further, I need to say thank you. Thank you, Mr. Benny Cohen. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. You are officially the first member of this channel. You are supporting us, and thank you so much. It's so generous of you, and thank you. It's just supporting the channel for what we're trying to do here. Please Benny. I visit your YouTube channel. It seems like you also not English speaking, but I'm sure the two of us can talk and in English, and we will be okay. So, well, welcome and thank you. Thank you for becoming the first member. You are officially. You made my day. When I saw it, I was so grateful. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, so without wasting any time, I just gonna trust that the live is actually working, so I will see afterwards. Anyway, I'm gonna share with you a function. I have lots and lots of functions that's actually useful to do stuff, you know, and the topic that is, if one of your customers asks you or you want for yourself, you know, I know you can sign on, you know, to the live server, C control panel, and go to the file manager, whatever it's called, and go and do and copy a folder there. You know, and I know you can do that, but in this case, the customer actually asked for functionality like this because they save files in a folder, and then that actually gets copied over to a new folder every day after their work. Okay, but that was that particular scenario. I'm just going to show you the function, and it should be on the screen right now, and I truly hope you can see that. I can try and zoom in a little bit more. It's just a normal function that I have here. It's called copy folder recursive. Now, this is an interesting function. It's actually, I'm not going to try and explain what this how it works, because it's kind of complicated, because it's actually calling itself, hence the reason for the word recursive there. So when it actually go to okay, first of all, it's asking for a source and a destination, the source folder and the destination folder, and then the recursive. You will see why it's called that. It's just to remember. Here we go. The if it's a directory as well, this function can call itself. So now it's becoming okay, and so how can a function call itself, you know? So, but it happens all the time. It's just in the beginning, it's kind of hard to understand what's going on here, and how can you call yourself? And this is a heavy, interesting nested effect that's happening at this point. When it finds another folder, it's just called itself. It's actually nothing serious. And the function ends right here on line 47 on the screen. For those of you that want to maybe type it out yourself. Unfortunately, I don't have a way right now to share it as a file that you can download, because YouTube doesn't allow such or doesn't have such functionality. I will post this file and maybe the project, which I will show in a moment, to the Patreons. I don't know how many of you know that I actually have a Patreon as well, where you can actually ask questions. And so I don't have many followers there, but there are one or two religiously monthly supporters over there who really like. I should call their names out. I think Steve Lewis, you were the first one that joined my Patreon. Attempt. But anyway, we're all just trying to make a living and enjoy what we're doing. Why not? Anyway, the function ends here. If you can't type it out, let me know somehow, and I will try and email it to you. I'll really do it. It's right now not a lot of users here. I think I would like to see thousands, but obviously if it's not, then it's not. So we'll get there. I will send it to you. But so this is the function that we're going to use. Okay, now next up, let's put up the actual project. Now I already have it open here. It's a project connected to a real database on a real server, live server, and in that database I just created a backups. It was called backups for the customer as well. So that's why I called it backups, and you'll see in a moment what's going on there. I think that table is currently empty. This is also, I forgot to mention, not version 11. This is done in version 10.91, and I want to be quick, and we can get this through, and then because there's a new beta version release of version 11, which I need to check out first. I want to talk about that in my next live stream. I may need a day or two as well, just to familiarize myself what's going on there actually. Anyway, this project is not, it's version 10.91. Let's just go to the actual, okay, let me show you. I think I have it open. This is the project at the moment. Okay, I already signed on because I don't want to waste anybody's time. So this is the backups folder, right? And then you can see after table, and it's actually empty at the moment, and there's nothing happening on the page, so not really anything. There is a login page and all of that, so let's just see if it's still, yeah, it looks like it's still all right. Let me quickly show you. Let's oh, sorry, that's the wrong folder. Let's go to the events page of this application of PHP Runner version 10.91. What do we have here? All you have to do is go to the after application initialized event and copy or type or whatever your function here in this thing like this. There's only one function over here, and it actually stops there. So I was thinking, if I'm going to share the project, I will have to disconnect my server, so it you know, and make it localhost, but just interesting enough. And then it's probably too small. Let's see if I can make that bigger. Yeah, it's the same that I just showed you. I just already copied the thing into here, into the actual project. So let me just, I don't know, made it huge. But anyway, let's see. I'm gonna go now to my events, to the page designer. Here on top, I'm gonna insert a new button, a new custom button. I want to call that function now. All right. So I'm just gonna show you how it works. What will I call the button? I'm just gonna call it copy. Okay. Now we need to think of a use case quickly. I'm just gonna use it, leave it as copied here. I'm gonna go back to events because I have more space here. In there you can see I have a copy client before. I don't know. We will probably. I have some code here next to me. Let me just see what I have, and then we can quickly. Okay, on the server event. This is where we're gonna call this function. Let me just see quickly. On the server event is where you, because it's a PHP function, you can't call it in any of the other, the events there, because it's not. Those two are Java. Client before and client after are JavaScript, so you can't run anything there. So all you really need for this to work I'm going to copy paste it like this. Let's zoom in a little bit here as well. Let me just see what you guys see. Can you see that I say, okay, I have a copy result. A copy result is going to be whatever copy folder recursive is going to return. but we need a source and a destination. Now that is what I want to show you quickly on the server. I lost my mouse now. There we go. It's difficult to this new software and all the stuff that I'm working here. Anyway, I just want to show you on the folder. This is PHP my admin. We are disconnected, but on the server, we running in the public HTML folder of this real website. There's a folder called live, and in live I created an FC for folder copy. That is where I actually copied the project to. But there's also this admin folder, and this is just a test folder that I am using, and in here is a couple of random files, but there's also an additional file over here, additional folder with some CSS files in here. So that is all that's in here. It's my test. We are going to copy this admin folder and to another folder in the same location. Well, let's hope we can do that quickly. So let's get rid of that. Now I'm gonna do a what you call it again, dialog API. Okay, a dialog API where we actually thank goodness I have already worked it out, the code. I'm a little bit more you know, you have to prepare for these things. You can't just show up. Anyway, let me copy that code. I'm gonna put dialog API here. Now again, let's try and zoom in. Let me just see what you see. Okay, that's what that looks like for you. All right. It's just normal the dialog API, and it's asking you, or the title is set to you are about to make a copy of the current admin folder. All right, and because I'm not gonna bother too much with the source here, but we are going to ask a destination folder, so the user will be able to say what folder we need on the server, because it doesn't exist on the server yet. So that's part of the how that function works. It's going to create, it should create actually the folder as well. Okay, anyway, it's going to only one field. Ask the question, you have to fill it in. It's a required field, and on the copy there will be a copy button, because I renamed the OK to copy, and cancel stays cancelled. We just put a capital C, and this is normal dialog API. Most of us, I think, by now know how dialog API works. It's fantastic. Anyway. The destination is the field name that will go through to the server event after the user click the button. Okay, so let's quickly see what we are going to do in the client after event. And I am going to, you see, let me try and be clear here. The following code is not really it's just me quickly trying to generate a source and a destination. I'm trying to get to a source and a destination as quickly as possible. It's going to depend on your project, what you want. You can do what, I mean, how you get to your source or your destination is up to you. This is just me now with actually ugly code. I don't like it very much, but actually test it. So all I do here is I get the absolute parts of the file. So it's I don't know if I even must explain what I'm doing here. But here you can see I have a source, and this is what we're going to use to go in here. And here is the destination. Destination, you can see, comes from from my palms, and something handy, maybe handy here is to get the absolute path of a file. I noticed that there's a file called index.htm in the FC folder. You can use any file that's in that folder, but there's always an index.htm file. So that's my file name, and I said, okay, get me the absolute path. Okay, so now I have the full path, and now I'm gonna remove FC, the folder name. So if your project is in a different folder, you have to obviously now change that value as well. It's mentioned here, change your, I think I zoomed in too deep. That doesn't show. It must yeah, it must change FC to your project folder. You know, that's all I mean is by that. But this code is like just my code. It's not really, it's just to get to a source and a destination. So I just then remove that from the string, and what's left over is now just the actual absolute path without any file names. Okay, so, and then the source is automatically a hard-coded admin, because I don't want to struggle too much with the source. And the destination is going to be the path only, which is what I calculated over there. And we're going to attach that string to whatever is coming through from the client before event, or what the user typed in. Okay, because that was also called destination, and in client before event that was called destination. Okay, so it's easy as that. Anyway, and then there we have a source and the destination, and here I start compiling some messages. And if you copy, let me just see if I think there's more code. There's code missing. Okay. All right. Anyway, there is obviously there's now more to this when you have a final message. This is how I just quickly calculate the final message. It's just strings that I connect together to say, okay, this was the source, this was the donation, because you will get errors. So it's possible to get an error to say that the source doesn't exist, or whatever, they don't have access or anything like that. The function will return. So anyway, I recommend this if statement is important. You can do your own thing here as well, really, actually. Just, you can, if you know if you know how functions work, then you already sorted, actually. But anyway, I'm just going to show you that this thing actually works. So final message is that, and then I'm going to insert all the information that I just gathered into the database table for reference, to see if it worked or what. Okay, and the reason why final message is in a variable right now and not in in the result array yet. It's going to go there, I'm pretty sure. Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to insert. Right, I just create this using the database API from Xlinesoft. Please go and read about this thing. Is amazing. You can do so much here. It's crazy. Anyway, I just create a array, a data array, and the backup date, the source, the destination, the field names, and all of that is just coming from what we already have up here. Okay, and the message will go into the final message. That's actually medium text file, so they could, data type field. So in that case, it can take a lot of data information. So it can take long messages. And so anyway, that's all I want to show you here. That's going to be my final message. Now, last thing. Before I'm in 10.91, so I have to do quickly see if I have a syntax error. It seems like I don't. So, okay, remember this is now just me trying to show you how this thing works. Okay, so let's go to the client after event, and there we're gonna do a quick Sweet Alert, but not Sweet Alert version 1, or I really fell in love personally to version what do they call it? Sweet Alert 2. I think it's just called Sweet Alert 2. So the way that how this works, let's zoom in a little bit here as well, so hopefully we can see. It's swal Sweet Alert dot fire. Now this looks complicated, but it's actually not. Okay, we get the message. Okay, the message comes now from the server event via the result array. That's the final message. I probably repeat myself now here. This final message is now going into ABS. I don't know why I call it ABS. It's called ABS. I must just remember now to call it ABS on the side as well. Okay, so this is how easy this thing works. Okay, so it's going into a variable message. This is JavaScript again now here. Now the title is now going to be that message, and then here you have you can show the deny button, show the cancel button. I said false to both of these things over here. So in the confirm text, I just make it a OK, and the deny button text, I think you can take this actually out because it's not going to work because I have it as false over here. But the point is, if you want to reuse this code where you want to make that true and add an extra button to your application, then obviously this is handy to keep this here. I just gave it some text and said the button is disabled because it is, and then this thing, why I use this particular method is because it will stop the moment you click copy. It's gonna try and copy the folder, and if it was successful or unsuccessful, it's going to come up with this alert, and it will stay on your screen, and you will be able to click OK. If you don't do it like this, where you in PHP Runner, it will flash the message on the screen, and it will continue straight through on Sweet Alert version 2. Version 1, I don't think it's happening, but on version 2 it is happening. But now for me this is really nice because I can see, okay, when the confirm button is clicked, I'm just going to reload this page. And why I want to reload it is because it's just we want to see what is entered into the actual table. So let's run this code quickly. Bear in mind, I am on I have to build the project, and I have to upload this to the real server before. I'm just gonna upload the change folders. We don't have to open the file. Okay. Hopefully there's not any sensitive information here now. That I should be fine. That was fast. Hopefully this thing is this. Are you guys? Is anybody listening? Am I talking to myself? Anyway, I don't know yet. Let's quickly see if I can refresh the application. Let's just refresh this page quickly. You can see now I have a copy button over here. What's gonna happen? I'm gonna copy it. I remember something also. I don't know if I must. Can I zoom here? How does it work? I can zoom. They had the business, the company. They had some. It was they say they would say something like ADM, and that's give it a name, you know, just simply give it a name, ADM underscore. They just need to stay in, you know, legal characters for a folder. You know, that's, I'm just going to 2025, whatever. I'm going to call a folder that. I'm going to click a copy. Okay. Let's see what happens. Oh, goodness. It's maybe a little bit of an ugly message. You can work on that, but that's not the point of this tutorial. The tutorial was about the actual function. Let's see what happened. Okay, when I click OK here, this is what I mean. If you don't do that in that way, this message is waiting for me to the code stopped in a way. I don't really fully understand it myself, but it just stopped in a way and wait for the OK button to be clicked. Okay, when you click this OK button, code will continue, and this is the is confirm section, so the page should refresh after this. And yes, there's the page. It has refreshed, and it just tell us now, yeah, basically the same information we already know about. Let's quickly see what happened on the server. Now I think I have to refresh the server. Oh, there we go. I don't know if I can zoom in here. Sorry people, I have no idea how to zoom on FileZilla. It's not possible. So hopefully you can see this. There's an extra folder here, and it should contain exactly all the files as what the admin folder contain, or what's in here. Hopefully this is gonna help somebody. I will, if you really want this function, I have so many functions that I'm gonna share at some point with everybody, but I want to do it in version 11, especially because I want that's an amazing piece of software. Nothing wrong with version 10.91. Also, it's all working like a dream. Get yourself a copy. It's just worth it. And I'm gonna say, hopefully you enjoy that. Please like and subscribe to this channel. It helps us out. I have big plans. I want to make this one huge source. I want to try and make it like a source of where you want to go to see some nice things, and also quickly. That's why I try to rush, because if you are anything like myself, I want to get to an answer and continue. I don't have time to watch an hour video. But anyway, have a wonderful rest of your day, and hopefully you enjoyed this stream. Thank you, and till later.